All right, something to think about real fast in the third section of the first form, because I want to break these up a little bit, make it a little bit non-monotonous, right? I want to pepper in some concepts in between your training of your first form. It's not just movement. The third section of the first form introduces the immovable elbow theory, right? And you see that in sections like the Tan Sao to Gan Sao, back to Tan Sao, Yun Sao, and then palm strike. From a side view, Tan, Gan, Tan, Yun, palm strike, rising Tan Sao. You're just adopting, again, you're bringing in from the first form the separation of both sides working independently. You're bringing in from the second form, the expenditure of energy that you've stored up into your body now coming out in your weapons. Now at this point, we've got it to where we're going to learn elbow theory, right? Immovable elbow theory, and it's all over the place in this form. From the first section of it, the first portion of the third section, what's the first thing we do? We come out with a pak sao again. Some people come out right to the side, where it's like here instead of out this way. I really don't matter. It doesn't matter which way you do it. But from here, what I teach my students is instead of returning back to center, like with the first form, and then firing a palm strike forward, you come forward. Your elbow is doing all the work. You bring that elbow in, elbow in, elbow in, and at the same time, you're going to bring your arm to here, and then you're firing your elbow right down. So it's here and then here. So you're learning to go from the strike. It's like a snake head. A snake, excuse me, does not look at it, acquire its target, and then come off to the side and then strike. A snake acquires its target and then launches from its body. So the same concept. So we're here. The snake acquired its target. You're going to reinforce it with elbow energy and then strike coming straight forward. Then here's more elbow. You're drawing the elbow back, Tan Sao to Yun Sao to grab and chamber. With the second part of the third form, I used to do it with the Gan Sao, Tan Sao to Gan Sao, Tan Sao, Yun Sao, strike, Tan Sao. And then we used to pay an homage to the Wang Sheng Lung lineage by adding an additional section where it was Tan Sao out to the side, and then Gan Sao sweeping out back to Tan Sao out the side. But we keep it tight this time, right? Your Gan Sao, what we do not do is a sweeping Gan Sao where we're coming out to the side. Your Gan Sao should just drop right down. It comes right down to center because, again, the turn is going to do all that work. There's no reason why you should wind up chasing it down. You're going to see in other applications where the Tan Sao drops to a Gan Sao, and then again, you're learning to strike right back up for the point where the snake head is. But again, in this, explore that movable elbow section. Tan Sao, keep that elbow pinned right where it's at. Gan Sao, back to Tan Sao. Yun, load up that energy. Don't let that elbow move. Load it, load it, load it, load it. When your pinky finger starts to poke out to the side from here, you explode down. Rising Tan Sao, Yun Sao, grab and chamber. Focus so much on the elbow in this section. After you put together the independence from the first section of the form, the storing of the internal energy that you draw from your stance, then getting the energy out, learning how to wind up getting your ammunition fired, if you will. This section now, again, it's elbow. It's all elbow. Keeping the elbow loaded, elbow, minimal distance from your body, boom, exploding up, elbow, Yun Sao, boom, elbow, Tan Yun, chamber. Even the bong, elbow, elbow. Even the last section of it, right? One elbow, elbow, elbow. You're pulling back with your elbows and pushing forward with your elbows. Elbow, elbow, elbow. One of the concepts, and there's many concepts in this, but one of the concepts you want to adopt when it comes down to the third section of the first form is all focusing on your elbow. Again, I want to put these in as time goes on so you guys can see where it adopts into it. Still maintain your stance and focus from the first section. The energy from the second section, now that you've got that all stored up, even in this, boom, 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 and boom, load, boom, bong, bong. And you could do your form with any type of intent that you want. I don't care if you want to go nice and slow and methodical, you do that. But if you want to put some intent on it with your elbow, you do whatever you want, but focus on those elbows in the last section. And then as time goes on, as you work your form over and over and over again, you'll apply all the concepts throughout the entirety of the form. So you're going to apply the independence that you learned from the first section within the second section, and then into the third section. You're going to learn the elbow concept, the immovable elbow theory in the first section, and then in the second section. They're all synergistically, they all go together. So again, I just want to throw these concepts in there as time goes on. This is kind of looking at the third section of the first form, Silam Dao, and just applying some immovable elbow theory. See you guys in the next video.